Hey, fans of the Four, tonight was an amazing episode. I mean, battle after battle. And we experienced a little bit of a stare off with Diddy. I don't know if Odell Beckham Jr. really wants to take that. Stay tuned to find out what happens next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
That I'm banging is delicious.
Burgerlicious definition make them boys go loco. They want my treasures so they get their pleasures from my photo. You can see me, you can't
gotta
squeeze
roll.
me. I ain't easy, I ain't sleazy. I got reasons why I tease them. Boys just come and go like seasons.
We love Fergie. don't
We
we?
do. I ain't promiscuous.
Yes.
And if you
Fans of the Four, welcome back for another episode right here on AfterBuzz TV.
Yes.
Man, this was a good episode.
That was
Right?
so
Really
good.
episode. Really good. So, guys, my name is Ashley Allen, and host, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Jaimi Gray.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Chellz.
All right, so let's jump right into it. We have a lot to talk about today.
So much.
What were you guys' overall thoughts of today's episode?
Whew, I thought it was a great show, but a lot of people shocked me in a way that I didn't want them to. And I was
Okay.
just like, what are you doing? So we'll get into that.
Yeah.
The challenges had me like clenching my pearls. I felt like every second I was like,
Breathe.
yes, bring it in. But yeah, it was a great episode.
Yeah, I think I was happy to see a lot of battles today.
Yeah.
We definitely saw a moment in history so far on the show where, a spoiler alert, if you guys haven't seen, where all challengers, all remaining seat holders kept their seats tonight,
Yep.
which was fun and something new to see.
Yeah.
So that made me really very happy. So we started out the show tonight with Sheraya J, James Grand, Whitney Rain, and my favorite, Jesse Kramer.
Jesse.
I know you don't like Jesse.
No, I don't.
She'll be
okay.
all right.
You'll come over.
You'll come
I
to
He's
the
gonna
dark
win.
side.
I don't think so.
Wait on it.
Right.
Right. No, I love Jesse.
Me too.
But I think we started tonight with a challenger who I think I would say captured all of our hearts. When you say
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Eban Lurks,
Yes.
was his name.
Yes.
And just a little bit of backstory on him. He lost his mother and his
Yeah,
father
so
tragically, and grew up with his grandmother supporting him. So his story, he already had my heart before
Yeah.
he even stepped foot on the stage. And luckily, his talent, I think, followed his story.
Absolutely.
What do you guys
Absolutely.
think about him and his voice?
I loved his voice. You know, I was thinking like he picked a great song, Photograph by Ed Sheeran, and I felt like vocally it was great for him. There was moments though where I felt like I kind of wanted more.
Yeah.
Like I was just kind of waiting like, okay, kill it, blow us away. But other than that, the storyline, not his storyline, but his actual story versus who he was vocally, I feel like it matched. I loved it. He was amazing.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit of what you're saying. I definitely liked him, but I feel like because of his story, I found myself I was very sympathetic towards what he had gone through, but I was like, okay, I want you to win. But at the same time, I don't know if you can beat everyone that's up on the floor. And, you know, I felt like even when he's saying he sounded like Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
You know, and I feel like he kind of continued that trend where he kind of just sounds like the artist. I'm like, so who are you? What do you sound like? And it just wasn't enough.
That's
Same.
good.
You know,
point.
so I just felt bad.
Yeah, I agreed. I think he had a beautiful tone. It was smooth. It was very easy to listen to.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel that hunger right away. And to be honest, I think the judges were nice by giving him
Yeah.
that second
Yeah.
chance because
Yeah.
even though he was good, it wasn't enough for me to be like, oh yes, he has to go to the second round. But he made it through. And
did.
he chose Mr. Jesse Graham.
I was so excited when I saw
I
that.
was so excited because I already knew it. Even though he had me emotionally, I knew Jesse was gonna take it because Jesse's just awesome.
I was excited that Jesse was gonna go home. That's what that's what I
Too
thought.
bad.
I was just like, yes, this is it. Jesse's out of here. Kill it, Yvonne. And it just didn't happen like that.
Oh, Jesse is the truth. When are you gonna realize, girl?
Honestly, I was shocked that he got to challenge. And I know, I think it's
Yeah.
just a sympathy card. Like, even all of the 4 contestants, they were standing up, which I like that they do that. You could just tell, well, they don't know they were not standing up. They usually stand up for each other. But you could just tell, like, on the looks on
They
their
were giving
faces,
love.
they were showing a lot of love, which he deserved. But I was very shocked that he got the challenge.
So let me ask you guys this: do you ever think that in situations like this where someone has a story and a hard upbringing and they share that on the show, do you ever think that could actually hurt them?
It can if you don't live up to it, because a lot of people, like, not living up to your tragedy, but like a lot of people are like, okay, like we really, I feel like in a sense everybody in that room was rooting for him.
Yeah.
But you still have to bring it to where we're like, you deserve this. So I feel like it just made everyone feel bad.
Yeah.
To where I didn't want to watch him like get
Booted.
kicked off.
And that's the thing. You don't want to feel bad. This is a competition show. You want to see talent. You want to see stage performance. You don't want to have your heartstrings tugged on because, like you were saying, you get sympathy votes. And then, but, you have people like Diddy who don't really care, But then us, the voters, the viewers, we're like, oh, give it to him. Like he deserves it. But it's like, if it doesn't match up, does he really deserve it because he doesn't have his parents? A lot of people don't have their parents.
Right.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, that's the thing that I love about this show, but it's also the thing that makes me nervous about this show is that in one hand, the judges have power, but on the other hand, the fans have power.
Yeah.
And sometimes I believe, in my opinion, that the fans can give a sympathy vote.
Absolutely.
But in this case, I do think that they got it right with Jesse.
Oh, I don't.
Mr. Rock and Soul, that's what I'm calling him.
Struggle range. He came.
He was struggling like a goat a little
It
bit.
sounded so goat.
But I think his voice is, even though it's harsh, it's still controlled.
Yeah.
And you can still hear that he can actually sing, but that's just his twist on it.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, I love Jesse. Don't get me wrong. I think he's awesome. Like, even in the intro, I think him and James killed it for the intro part of the show. But Jesse, like, his voice reminds me, he always reminds me of somebody, but Three Doors Down is a band.
Yeah.
They did the song Kryptonite. And he reminds me of Brad Arnold.
Okay.
And, like, that's what his voice reminds me of. So I like it,
He reminds me of a Billy Goat.
No.
He reminds me of Billy Goat.
Billy Goat. Is that an artist? 'Cause that's what he
No.
reminds me of. Or remember The Emperor's New Groove, that movie?
Yes.
Yeah, that's him.
Shut up.
He's a llama?
Yeah, he's a llama. Jesse Llama.
Come on. I'm not going to let you do
We
Jesse
love you,
like
Jesse.
this. We love you, Jesse. And I will say I'm glad that he left the guitar out today, because I think it can be easy for him to rely on the guitar.
Become a cliche,
And,
too.
yeah, become a cliche. But tonight, I think he actually showed that he can sing.
And you know what? That's a great point. He left the guitar, and we actually were able to hear his voice and how bad it is.
You weren't impressed?
Yeah, I was not impressed at
my
all.
God.
I just thought he needed throat lozenge. I just wasn't here for it.
You
Yeah,
know
I
what?
can see it.
The shade.
Everyone was losing their voice, today. So
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Oh my God! You know what? She's coming for you, Jesse. I'm here for you.
We love you.
We love you.
We love
it's
you.
okay.
Bye.
It's okay.
Next.
Oh my God. It's okay. It's okay. Jesse, he'll be all right. I think
Yeah.
he's gonna make
He'll push
it.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that was the first good battle for the show.
Oh,
It set
yeah.
the tone of this episode. I also think that the next contestant that we had, which was Mr. Elijah Connor.
Oh,
Mr. Fake Odell Beckham
He
Jr.
was a mess.
face.
Oh my goodness.
First of all, this guy. Okay, you guys know I don't like throwing shade, but I'm just gonna say
okay.
he was
Why?
a complete mess.
He was
today.
a mess.
He was.
Just everything. I didn't like the look from head to toe. The performance was not impressive at all, and then his attitude just made it even worse.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? Because the intro, we were like, okay, he's about to bring it. He's like, Prince is my goddad, and I grew up in the church, and I can do this, I can do that, and it was just like, okay. And even Diddy was like, with an outfit like that,
Right.
You better kill it.
Diddy said Prince who? Like, and when he
Right.
kept saying that, I was like, okay, now, like, if you're shouting out everybody, then, you need to get with it. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was a hot mess. And then the outfit was a distraction.
Yes.
It's like when he came out, I was like, okay, I don't know where to look. Blonde, highlighted, frosted tips. Odell Beckham, he had like shingles or something on his jacket, fur, jeans, glitter on his boots or his shoes. It was just too much.
He was doing the most.
He just seemed. It seemed like an act.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, like his performance seemed like a performance versus an artist getting up there fighting for their dreams, fighting
Right.
for what they want. It was like, I'm Prince's cousin, I'm fly, and I'm gonna get through because I can make the women shake in church.
But can we talk about vocally? He sounded nasally.
I mean, we all bust out laughing within the first 5 seconds.
We were so happy though when he was like, "Oh, he's gonna sing Love by Music Soulchild."
Yes,
I was like,
yes,
bring it.
Excited, yes. He failed me. He failed miserably.
Oh yeah.
But I think of it all, you know, artists they're different, you know, to be nice. But his attitude for me was the worst of it all.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna be cocky and if you're gonna be up here, you know, saying that you're the best, I'm gonna need you to actually be on that level.
Yeah,
and tonight he was not on that level. And I even retweeted something that I saw on Twitter today.
So hilarious.
The stare down
that
happened
that
today.
That was intense. That was intense, but also unnecessary.
Completely unnecessary. It reminded me of a moment from season 1 with Jason Warrior.
Oh yeah.
When he was rude to Megan. But it was uncomfortable to watch.
It was very uncomfortable.
It pissed me off, to be completely honest.
Because it was too long.
Yeah. If we can bring up that clip on Twitter to get the little stare off. But I could tell Diddy, like, he was not there for it.
He
at all.
was not
wasn't.
playing at all. He was like, so we could do this staring contest all
But
day.
he stared at him and Diddy was like, "Okay, what's up?" Took the glasses
Right.
off and was like, "What's up?"
He was like, did you forget about Shine? Like, did you? Do we need to
"Did
go
you
back
not
to that?
see Making the Band? All
Right.
of them?"
This stare off, like, this is classic.
Oh
This
my
is classic.
gosh.
And you know what? I'm glad that Diddy actually indulged because, you know, he's loved now. So he's all about positivity.
That's true.
But I'm glad that he actually did it because let's not forget who Diddy really is.
Exactly.
You know, he is from
Bad
Harlem.
boy.
Exactly.
Let's not get it twisted.
Exactly.
And I think he had to remind America who Diddy
Right.
is. Diddy's still in there.
It was like the nerve, the audacity to sing
it
that
was too
terrible,
long.
to sing that terrible, and then to be mad when you have to go home.
You had all
Yeah.
3 red rings.
And fast too.
All
it
three.
was like
That's another thing. I don't know if we definitely haven't seen it this season so
No.
far.
Yeah.
All 3 rings. There was
no, he was bad.
Like, that's your answer, huh?
Yeah, so good riddance to you, sir. I'm
Bye.
gonna need you to go get your own look because you definitely look like a knockoff version of Odell Beckham Jr. Again, I don't like throwing shade, but
Call it like you see it.
And that's who we saw. What is it?
OBJ.
yeah, sorry,
OBJ.
sir.
Bootleg.
So I kind of want to follow him for a little bit after this because I want to see
Yeah,
where he's
see what
gonna go.
happens.
Yeah.
Where he's gonna go. So hopefully you prove me wrong. But at this
doubt
moment,
it.
sir,
It's a chop.
It's a no.
yeah.
It's
But
a no for me.
there are a lot of other competition shows that we
Oh, yes.
like to watch and that we
Sure
indulge in here at AfterBuzz TV.
Absolutely.
Well, let's talk about it. Okay,
Yes.
hey AfterBuzzers. So as you see, you're watching us here. We are a network. We produce a lot of after shows for some of your favorite TV shows. This could be drama, reality TV, sci-fi, any little thing that you can think of. Whatever your favorite TV show is, we more than likely review it. You'll have awesome panelists like you see up here. And just think about it. Let's say if you subscribe, which you should. In fact, go ahead and do it now. Go ahead and subscribe and leave a comment. Let us know what you think. But if you subscribe, then YouTube is so smart. They're going to bring in more TV shows and recommend them to you. And you can subscribe to all of our channels. Some of the shows that we have here, as far as The Four, you also have The Challenge. Have you seen that? Master Chef, World of Dance, So You Think You Can Dance, X on the Beach, and many, many more. So think of any little show that you might want to watch. More than likely, you might see us up there as well.
Yeah.
And check it out. Make sure you guys subscribe.
Subscribe.
Another person I think that we all loved, and I think it's safe to say that Matt Boyd was our favorite contestant.
my
of the night.
God,
Can we do his hand movement? I loved him. He had so much energy.
It was amazing.
I loved his little power braid he had next to the
Power
suit.
braid.
Like, it was
braid.
everything. I loved his jacket. I just
Yeah,
loved
he
his
just
energy.
gave it to us.
He made me smile.
Yeah.
Yes. His energy was contagious. You
yeah.
can just tell he's a good
And it's
person.
like
I
first
think.
to feel the energy through the TV.
Yeah.
Imagine in person.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
probably just really great. Like really
If he had just
Yeah,
waved at me like
he's
that, I'd be like, ah. Yeah.
And he sang Whitney Houston song.
Yes.
Yes, that's bold.
Which again, is if you're gonna go Whitney,
Yes.
you better bring it. And he
But then
brought
he kind of made it original because he like changed
Yes.
up like the cadence of it a little bit, which I really loved because he killed it even in his own original version of it.
Absolutely. His voice was smooth. It was
yes.
powerful.
Yes.
He hit the falsetto.
Yes.
Like everything. He wowed me tonight.
Definitely.
And I just knew like he was definitely gonna make it to a challenge, right?
Yeah.
I had chills when he hit the high note. I was like, when we were watching, I was just like, yes. Imagine
His
him singing
runs.
gospel. I would be like,
Yes.
yes.
His
Come
runs
on,
were
Jesse.
perfect.
I
Yes.
mean, not Jesse, Matt.
Right.
See, you know, Jesse.
Right.
You know
she's
what?
getting hip to it.
No, y'all talk about Jesse so much. Y'all so team Jesse that I just really get caught up in that name. But yes, Matt Bloyd. You were amazing with the
Yes.
braid. We can
Yeah.
call him Matt the Braid Bloyd.
Yes, that braid.
Yes.
I was like, ooh, it's
Yes.
slick.
And I did some Insta lurking, and apparently he loves that braid. He always wears it. It's
I
like
see.
his thing.
It's like
I
his
love it.
staple.
yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. He was amazing.
Yes.
Vocally strong, great voice. I'm here
Yes.
for it.
And then in my notes, I wrote church. He took us to church.
He did.
And then I
Yes.
wrote down some of the lyrics that he was singing because that was the feeling that he gave me while he was singing. Said,
Come on.
smooth as Tennessee whiskey
Ooh.
and then warm as a glass of brandy.
And I love whiskey.
I
do
don't.
too.
I'm a Jameson drinker.
I'm a bullet
I can't do
drinker.
brown liquor. I'm a vodka gal.
Okay.
I have to do brown.
Yes.
Whiskey
But
Give me
his,
some
drinker.
vodka and a juice.
his voice, like, it was just like,
Like
It was like
butter.
doing a shot of brandy,
Yeah,
just
butter.
the
Yeah.
warmth going down. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
I loved it.
Me too.
Yes. So he challenged Miss Whitney Rain.
Oh, and I was so nervous.
I was so mad. Why are you challenging Whitney?
Why not?
Because he should have challenged James Graham. The singers, it's like I expected two male singers.
That's true.
Maybe that's cliche, but I'm like, Whitney just got there. I love my girl Whitney, and why are you challenging her?
Because he's trying to win.
Yeah, but I also felt like he was maybe. I think Whitney's a strong singer, but I think was maybe trying to take the easy way out by not challenging Jesse.
You got to be strategic in
James.
this game
Too many
to make it
James.
to the
Yeah,
end,
it
though.
is. No.
Like
Yeah.
if you were him, you know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't you do what it takes to make it to the end?
Sure, but this is a show. You gotta, if you hungry, then it's not you. You need to defeat whoever's in your path.
True.
You know,
That's true.
James and Matt are so vocally strong. Like I can't even put one above the other. I feel
Okay.
like I would actually like to hear a duet with them. Could you imagine?
Well, they could have done the intro for next episode, but since he didn't want to, because honestly, I feel, well, no, yeah, I guess not. Oh well, but you know what? I still think that he should have battled James. It just made more
Okay.
sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah, to pull Whitney, I feel like in his mind he thought
It felt
probably.
dirty.
Yeah, it
Just-
did, and I
Okay.
felt like he looked at her like, okay, I can do this, girl. You know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
James, like, no, this is too hard. But Whitney, come on, bring it on. But it was like it did not work in his favor though.
Yeah. Yeah, because in their battle, I would say I think vocally Matt was better, but Whitney's performance was the best for me. Like, I could feel her fight
Oh, I didn't like her performance.
during her song. Her performance, you didn't like
Why didn't
it?
you
No,
like
it was a
it?
mess. It was all over the place.
The yelling, I was like, it's
Yeah.
not working for me.
It was not her best, but I could still feel her hunger.
I can see
I
that.
felt her nervousness because her voice was very shaky.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, she's a little nervous. And it was just like,
Especially
She
since
should've
like
been nervous.
when the challenger is challenging them, they have to go first. So I would be nervous too because like you have to defend your spot.
Yeah.
But
You
it's like I
like
could
my
hear her
style.
nervous. I could hear that she was nervous as well, and I felt like vocally because this is about your voice.
Yeah.
Maybe that's more so the voice, but whatever. I felt like he had that. I felt like he won
Absolutely.
that.
I'm almost shocked that he didn't.
I was very
honestly.
shocked.
Yes, this was one challenge where I was expecting her to go home.
Yeah. I didn't want her to, but
Yeah.
that's what I felt.
I didn't want to go either, but it's like it was time. And
So what do you guys think it was about her and about this performance that the audience said we're gonna keep her around? What do you think they were thinking?
I don't know.
Because we're all on the same page.
I think it was half sympathy because
Okay.
people love her, and I think they just were not ready for her to go home. I wasn't ready for her to go home either. But comparing her to him, I thought that it was her time.
Okay.
So I think it was a sympathy vote, and it's like you see her son. He didn't really have a sad story. Had he had a sad story, it probably would have helped.
You know, I was thinking about that. I was like, he should have, like, I was on Skid Row, like, I'm homeless. We would have been like, oh my God.
Not
But you
to
know
laugh about
what?
it.
I am tired of that. Like, they want to show this single parent. Everyone's a single parent, sis. I mean, not everyone, but there's a lot of single parents. And it's like, are we going to continue to let their stories pull on us? And now we're like, we want them to stay. Oh, she can't feed her kids.
Right.
Obviously, she can.
Well,
she flew all the way.
I think the thing that I enjoyed about season 1 of The Four was that the contestant introductions were pretty short and to the point.
Okay.
And they weren't sob stories. I think this season they're getting a little bit deeper into the contestant's life, which in my opinion, I prefer. There's certain things I just don't want to know because I don't want to have that sympathy.
Exactly.
Like I want it to be about pure talent.
Yeah, I
don't
agree.
want it to become something that it's not.
Yeah, and Matt came out like too positive, like touching
And I
fans'
loved
hand.
that. I was like,
no
hey,
sad
God.
story,
Whew,
just
yeah.
like all my life I wanted to sing. Here's my braid. Here's my jacket.
Yeah.
I want to challenge everybody. Great voice. Like we won't see the last of Matt. I
No.
guarantee
Oh my God,
it.
no.
I guarantee it.
Just like we saw last season, hopefully they do this again where we had comeback contestants.
Oh, good.
I guarantee
He better.
definitely better be
He
one.
better.
I hope so.
Yeah. He deserves it.
He does.
Yeah.
You know, he should have like crinkled the braid, had the braid out.
Had a crimp. He had a crimp. Had he had a crimp, it could have
The
probably done it for
crimp
him.
would have killed it.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Some style advice.
Yeah.
All right, so unfortunately he didn't make it, so Miss
I
Whitney
know.
survived, and we will see her next episode next week.
Okay.
But we were introduced to Miss Brianna Burns, aka
Lil
Bree,
Bree.
rapper,
Bree.
17 from Houston.
Yes.
She was so cute.
She was super
was.
cute. The red braids, I even like that look. I was
Yeah.
like, these are cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that I really liked about her is that, you know, while she was talking to the judges, she was, you know, a little sweet, little Brie. But as soon as that music came on,
She was like,
monster. Like, I enjoyed her.
me too. I think she brought it. She had
Yeah.
the energy. She had bars. Like
Yeah.
I could actually listen and comprehend what she was saying.
Yeah.
And it actually had like some weight to it.
Yes,
Yeah.
she had a message. She had a story, which I enjoyed because, like she said, you know, with some of the rappers we see nowadays, a lot of mumble rap, a lot of singing / rapping, but she came with straight bars.
Yep.
It was clear. She had a message. It made sense.
She's
So-
a great femc.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I first seen her, I was like, she can rap.
Yeah.
Like I was
I
just
could
like,
tell you can rap.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
this girl can rap, and it wasn't just like, oh, she's a lyricist. Look at her slaying. I was just like, this girl can rap.
She embodied hip hop.
Yes,
Yeah,
she really did. I loved her.
yeah. So I already knew this battle was gonna go down.
Raya girl.
Because I'm for a hip hop battle.
Yes.
So she battled Miss Sheree J. I was a little nervous for Sheree and because as we saw, she's having some vocal issues and lost her voice earlier in
Allegedly.
the week.
Allegedly.
Earlier in the week. And I was a little nervous for Sheree, but I had faith because Sheree has bars too.
Yeah, she
Right.
does.
Style, swag, like
Now, being honest, what did you guys think about Sheree's performance?
I didn't like it. The beat was not there for me. Sometimes at some point of the performance, she was lyrically strong, but the delivery, I couldn't understand what she was saying. But I do have it in here on my notes. What was the lyric? I'm gonna have to show you how the chef do. It was, I don't know. I was like, I'm gonna have to show you how the chef do. I'm gonna have to show you how the chef do. It's called The Four, but I'm something. Anyway, her punchline tagline, it was there for me, and that's what I really loved about it. Other than that, the beat.
at least it stood out for you. Honestly, it did not stand out for me, and I felt like her energy got better as the song progressed. So like it got more towards the end, and it was like, okay, she's moving around the stage, she's showing you, who Sheree is. But I also feel like whenever she's challenging someone, she's always like plugging the four, like bringing in a lyric about how she's challenging you on the four. Whereas Lil Bree, she was just spitting like about regular real life stuff.
Yeah.
So I felt like that was very different, and I kind of liked Brie a lot better.
I liked Brie a lot better, but I think that's what hindered her, because it was like you said, it was almost, I hate to say it, like promo versus a real message. And like a lot of rappers, MCs today that have that real message, aside from like J. Cole, it's almost like in this era, nobody wants to hear that. We don't want to hear about positivity, women being positive. We don't want to hear about things that are going on in Houston, things that are going on with the community, things that are going on with the generation. It was kind of like, you performed great, but they wanted to see that. They wanted to hear her more, like, I feel like more in Shreya's face, like, I'm gonna take your spot, here it is. And she was more like, hey guys, like, this is what we should be doing. Like, it was almost like when Will Smith came out with like, don't cuss, everybody was like, okay.
Yeah, okay, so I think she chose the wrong beat.
Yeah.
Hands down. I thought her performance was okay. She did have bars. Lil Brie, she had bars.
Yes.
I loved her performance. I think she picked the right song. But when it comes to a battle, me being a hip hop fan, I do want to see you go at the other person. And that's where Lil Brie failed for me. Is even though she had a great message, she had bars, delivery, performance was strong. When it comes time to battle someone and not just rap and perform, I want to see you interact and go at that person. And she did not do that.
It was more of a performance song than it was a battle.
She didn't do that. So that's where you get the no from me. And that's why I think Shreya.
And that's
survived.
Shreya's like strong point. Like she would get in their face.
She
like
don't
no
care.
matter who it is,
She'll
man,
dance,
woman.
She'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah, and I mean, you got Diddy and DJ Khaled sitting right here, and you know that that's what they're all about. That's what hip hop is all about. So the fact that she didn't do that, at least in the second round, when it really, really mattered,
that kind of hurt her.
Her beats, though.
It did.
Her beats,
Hated
that
to
Lil
Love It,
Brie,
the end of
like,
Dies on
which that was like the Hated to Love It remix, the one with Mary J. Blige. Hated to Love It.
Yeah.
That was my one. And then she did Crush on You. I love the beats that she used versus Shreya's beats were okay.
Yeah.
So
I think we
agree.
talked about that last week, like when the contestants use like songs that are relevant to like the judges, like Crushing You, that's Little Kim, Puff Daddy.
You
like,
gotta be careful.
Yeah, you do have to be careful, because it's like you thinking like, oh, I have this in the bag, I'm gonna use Crushing You, and it's like, no, you didn't kill it. I want to hear original. Yeah, over it.
So Mr. Shreya J survived, and we are introduced to Mr. Christian Gonzalez.
Yes.
He was a cutie.
I don't know how to feel about Little Enrique Iglesias, okay?
He was so cute. I mean, when that song came out and them hips started moving,
he was twerking and popping.
It was kind of team too much for a little 16-year-old.
It was. Honestly, I was shocked that Diddy liked it as much as he said he did, allegedly. Okay?
I think he was a little taken back at first.
We all were.
I don't know if you guys saw his face, but everyone else was reacting. He was kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
You know what it reminded me of? This is so funny. Have you guys seen Mean Girls when Kenny G performed?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all I kept thinking about, because he was just like going through the stage and pop, pop, going through the set, pop, pop. That's all I can remember. And it's like, he reminded me of like Ricky Martin. It was just kind of a lot at one point.
But see, to me, it was more cute than sexy.
Yes.
Right.
And I don't know if it had anything to do with his age or if because of the way that he popped. It was just cute. It wasn't sexy like.
But you know, one thing I can say was that worked in his favor. I was kind of impressed the fact that he was able to do all that dancing and still be vocally strong.
Absolutely.
He didn't sound out of breath. I didn't hear any shakiness from the movements. It was like he knew when to dance and then when to pick up the vocals again.
Yes.
And to be that young and know how to do that, like he has so much potential.
I mean, I'm glad that he wasn't breathy, but I feel like he was vocally okay, and I don't know if he was vocally strong. And like his dance moves were okay as well, because he started off a little rocky, to where I was like, what's going on? And then once he started popping, I was like, okay, I know what that is, but it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah,
he was cute, and cute doesn't always work.
Yeah. And I mean, cute is not going to work when we're about to deal with Mr. James Graham, who shut it down again tonight.
Shut it down.
He performed a Stevie Wonder song,
Yes.
which, I mean, I always say, like, when you get the ugly face when someone sings, that's how you know it's good.
And you make other people do the ugly face. I'm like, ooh,
he made me have the ugly face. And I mean, James Graham is going to be around for a while.
He is.
It's
Absolutely.
clear. Like his talent, his range, and it's all effortless.
He has a presence too, because let's be real, he's not bad looking, y'all.
Yeah,
he's
he's
got a
very
nice
handsome.
face.
Cute.
He's got a nice package to where I feel like, not to compare him to them, but if he was like part of One Direction, he would have been able to take his own solo career
Yeah.
too.
Oh, he's like
got
a Jonas almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has the accent.
That's sexy.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know, I didn't even, from my notes, I was so blown away. I didn't even have a lot of notes. I just put, yes, Chellz,
Yes.
like, James, you kill it every time he opens his mouth.
Yes.
And then I love because James, he already starts great, but then it's a build up. And
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, this is great. Then he builds it up again. Then he goes higher. And I think, didn't Diddy ask him about that? Like, why did you change?
He did.
Like,
Yeah.
I guess, like, the flow of it or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't think that the
It was
way.
like at the range, because
The
he went
range.
like lower or something.
Yeah.
It was
Register.
the key.
The key.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, you know, I felt like it wasn't conducive to my voice. And I was like, you better know your range.
Right. He said
Yeah, you
so.
got to do what's going to work for you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because it's you're the one that's trying to survive at the end of the day. And even though they brought that into question, it worked for him. He impressed
absolutely
me.
worked.
Yeah.
So
I want to like go find it. Like I
That
want to listen to
always
it.
run, that always. I know I didn't do it right. I don't want to murder it, but I would listen to it just for that.
Me too. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go look it up.
Yeah, we could actually probably find it.
yeah, you can go
He's
on
better
the,
do it the
on the
exact
4
same
app.
way.
On the 4 app, you
Oh,
can go and
okay.
listen to everyone's performance today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Check it out.
So we are ending the episode with Miss Sheree J survived, James Graham survived, Whitney Rain survived, and Jesse Kramer. So all 4 are still remaining in their
Yes.
seats.
The
Good job,
originals.
y'all.
Yes. So I want to get into our special segment today.
Yes.
The 4 fashion.
Love.
Okay.
Okay. Who's your guys' favorite fashion of tonight?
Okay. So go ahead, Jake. Go ahead.
Mine's gonna be Matt Bloyd, because I
Okay.
liked his jacket, and
Yeah.
even though the braid, I was teasing him about it a little bit, just because it reminded me of middle school a little bit, personally. But I liked it. It worked for him, and his style also fit his personality. And I feel like
Yeah.
if you could do that, then you're good.
Yeah.
My favorite fashion actually was from James. I feel like James' style it's not something that necessarily sticks out, but I feel like it works for him. I feel like he's very neat.
Yeah.
I feel like where his jacket stops, the pants start. You know, the pants, they sit perfectly over this shoe. And I like this look with this performance. And I know this isn't fashion, but Whitney's glam, though.
Oh, she was my
Thank you
favorite.
for bringing that up. I almost forgot.
She
The
was my
glam of it
favorite
all.
from head to toe. I love the braids, the eyeliner that
Blue?
complemented the shirt, the wing thing or whatever, and the pants. Like everything had a purpose in her
Yes.
look today. I think it fit her personality. I think it fits the way she performs. And like I would put that on in a second. love
Yeah,
that
I
about
can't
it.
say though, I'm getting over her waist belt. She better not have one on next episode. 'cause
She's
it's
trying
like,
to just stay snatched. You know, she's a
okay,
baby.
it's like every time we see you have that waist on, sis, it's giving me a little wrestler.
Let's see
Like
next week.
I don't know, it's like wrestler.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Whitney.
Let's
I love
see
you,
what
but
you're there.
I'm tired of that belt. Sis.
But that eye look, I want that
oh,
eye look.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
like
everything.
the electric blue with
Yeah.
the gold smoky. Loved
Yeah,
it.
I loved it. Okay, who's the worst today? This might be a unanimous decision.
Yes.
Who you guys think?
Oh, but Odell, what was his name?
It was
Elijah.
Elijah, terrible.
The worst.
It was so busy. Fur, and then you have what are those things called? Shingles,
Tassel things.
tassels with fur, and then
Fringe.
fringes. Yes, fringe with fur, and then he tried to plug Kelly like, I know you love this jacket, like.
Even Diddy looked at him like, so what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, and I think we all wanted to like it, but because his performance wasn't like up to par, it just made
was
everything
worse.
look worse.
Yeah, the shoes didn't go with anything.
No.
The hair.
You know, the beard. It just.
It was
everything.
a fashion
Yeah.
faux
And
pas.
I mean, Diddy even tweeted like, "You better be able to sing if you're gonna come out here with that jacket on."
Right.
that whole outfit was
So-
terrible. And then this is filmed right out here, right?
Yes.
So where are you going with
Yeah.
that jacket on? It's like 90
hot.
degrees every day.
I don't know.
He just seems
I would
extra
log
in
off
real life.
social media after this.
I have to
Like,
find his social media because I'm pretty sure he's very extra.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. We just did not. We did not like it whatsoever. But that's okay. We got some interesting news and gossip this
Ooh,
week.
we sure do.
Tea report.
AfterBuzz TV News.
You guys ready for this tea? Okay. So for news and gossip, we love to check Twitter because you guys just say the funniest things, and we like to, of course, involve ourselves with you guys. So if you, of course, hashtag The Four, make sure to also hashtag ABTV. That way we can always, converse with each other. But this tweet cracked me up, and it reminded me of our very own panelist, Miss Chellz here, because it says, I know y'all did not just choose Jessie over Majesty. I just know y'all didn't. And it just cracked me up, and I had to show this because I know that Chellz felt the exact same way. What do you think of this?
That's me all the way. I'm Viola Davis. Like, I wanted to pick up when we were watching it, like, get my stuff
get out
of here. I
Like
couldn't believe it
LeBron.
either.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. Well, Jessie is here to stay.
Yeah.
But next up, we have a lot of updates about our actual our judges.
Yes.
Okay, so first up is DJ Khaled. So another one. DJ Khaled has a top secret alert. And who is that there? Justin Bieber.
Beeps.
What is the last song that Justin Bieber even came out with? Was it the one? No, it was
I
another
don't know,
one.
but the last album was fire. That's all I know.
The last album was fire, but I do want. Why is he dressed like that, like an inmate?
He's
he looks
going
like
through
he's
some things,
seen
you
him
guys.
in prison.
He just looks like he's going. He needs major keys from DJ Khaled, and hopefully he's just taking a listen. But yeah, guys, I'm really excited to hear what they have because DJ Khaled always has the bangers, and I'm ready for it. And next up is Miss Meghan Trainor. You know she's all about that bass. This chick has another album coming out August 31st. And Meghan is an amazing songwriter.
She is.
She's an amazing songwriter, and she has an amazing talent. So I'm really excited to kind of hear what she has. So if you want her album, pre-order it today.
The
And
outfit is
one
amazing.
thing, yes, so the outfit, I must say, that dress is from Giovanni, which is a place where I work. So yes, we actually provided her that dress for this album cover.
This is
so
fire.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if
Come
you are
on.
looking for this look, head to Giovanni here in LA. And if you're not in the LA area, you can go to Giovanni.com.
Girl, we heading to you. I'm trying to get that discount.
Exactly.
Okay?
We go right through
I'd be like,
you.
is Ashley here?
Right.
All right, next up, you guys, last but not least, Father's Day was this past Sunday, so I hope that you all enjoyed and celebrated. I loved this picture of Diddy and his family. It is just so beautiful. And it's just basically showing him and all of his kids. Let me count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 children. Go
Am I the
ahead,
only one
Diddy.
mad that I'm not in that picture?
I'm mad too.
Like, I
because
want to be laying right on the floor with her.
I would fit in
dog.
perfectly.
Look at the little dog.
Oh, I didn't even notice the dog.
my God.
Can we talk
See?
about how each one of his children are attractive? Like,
They
how?
are.
Like, in their
Yes.
own way. Like, there's not an ugly child. Like, there's always like one, no shade, but there's like not one. I can't even find one.
They'll all be heartbreakers.
Oh, I know.
And they're all successful in their own right. They're all
Yeah.
doing things.
Yes, exactly. Well, you
wish I was
guys,
like Combs.
not only are the contestants talented, but of course the judges, they're there for a reason. They're talented too. And I just want to give you those updates. So that is our news and gossip.
Yes, team
We
report.
love the
Yep,
news
you
and
know.
gossip. We always want to keep up with our judges because even though they're judges, they still have their own career and they're
Absolutely.
still doing their own thing. So
Absolutely.
I love hearing that.
Me too.
Hearing that. And DJ Khaled is coming out with a new album too.
Yes.
Okay.
So, he's always
Father of a
another
son.
one.
Okay, listen.
What?
Don't be a hater.
Give us a little break, Callie.
Listen, Rihanna was on the same thing.
Didn't Wild Thoughts come out like 3 minutes ago?
Wait, but how you mad at the man's hustle
Right.
though?
I know, but it's just like I get it, another one, but it's like I'm still listening to the other one.
Don't be they.
No.
Don't act like
Yeah,
they.
don't be they.
Don't be they.
Come on now.
They don't want you to have a new album, so you make a new
Right.
album. But I love Khaled, but I'm just like, that man works.
Yeah. He
Listen,
could take a break. You know what I
Chellz,
mean?
I'm gonna need you to go from this to this,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
Thank you.
But here.
I mean, I love Khaled though. He is amazing. He has really great energy. Not to plug myself, but I got a chance to interview him before. But
Yeah.
no, but he has really great energy. He's like a really cool person.
He's super dope.
I think it's crazy though. He's like on that elliptical every day, and he hasn't like shed a pound.
It's probably his diet, it's all about nutrition here. But follow our other channel. No, I'm just kidding. But
Speaking of nutrition,
but it's nutrition, probably drinking.
but he
Lord
has a
knows
chef.
what else.
Remember his Snapchats? He used to always have the chef come out.
Those meals did look really small, Drew. I was like, I'm kind of hungry for you, Khaled.
But I feel like maybe he put on for Snap, but he really has like a feast next
he's like,
to him.
so where are the hot Cheetos?
I don't know if I don't know if he's trying to
cheese.
lose weight. I think he just wants to be healthy. I think he likes his
the-
size.
That's not healthy. Mm-mm.
And, I mean, just
We're not gonna go there.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
no
okay.
body
No.
shaming, but
I wasn't gonna body shame. I was gonna say something very funny, but
Okay.
it's okay. Okay, I'll say it was on an episode really quick on a Breakfast Club when he was on there and Charlamagne was looking at him and he was like, Do you still do the elliptical?
Oh my
And then
God.
to your point, and DJ Khaled was like, I'm just trying to be healthy. Like, I'm not trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
Right.
Cardio is for cardiovascular, which is your heart. So, yeah, we'll leave it there. Shout out to you, Khaled.
We know
never
Charlotte.
too late.
Charlotte ain't gonna go there.
Yeah.
But we love Charlamagne.
Yes.
All right, guys. So thank you for joining us for another episode right here on AfterBuzz TV The Four. Again, this was a great episode.
was.
Yes.
It's only gonna get better. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next.
Me too.
I'm pretty sure, like I said, Mr. Jesse and James are gonna be around for
Here
a
to
while.
I'm still predicting, like I did last week, Jesse's going home. And I'm going to
Okay.
keep that prediction until he goes home.
What do you think?
I think Sharaya might go home, and maybe in about 1 or 2 episodes. I hate to say it, but I think she is.
Well, we'll see. And I can't wait to see you guys next weekend right here on AfterBuzz TV. And I'm your host, Ashley Allen. Make sure you follow me on all social media at Ashley Reed Allen. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe.
Yes, like,
We would
subscribe.
love to interact with you guys and maybe even give you a shout out right here on our next episode.
Yes. And you guys, I'm Jaimi Gray. You can find me on Twitter at It's Jaimi Gray or on Instagram at Jaimi Gray, Jaimi.
Hey, what's up, guys? My Instagram handle is Chellz Evette, CHELLZEVETTE. Twitter is the same thing, except for there's an underscore at the end. Thank you.
That sounds like a rap the way you
I
spell
know.
it.
CHE, I got the Sharaya, CHELLZEVETTE. Okay.
Okay.
Am I a rapper?
Bars.
Lil Bree.
Okay, my SoundCloud. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, guys. We will see you right here on AfterBuzz TV next week.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.